I thought I'd do a quick video to show you how you fit bow ties and how easy it is to fit bow ties to a regular table. Small little split here, which could get worse if I leave it. So I'm going to put a small, this is the underside of the table, I'm going to put a small stainless steel bow tie on the underside of the table like that. So once I've decided where my bow tie is going to go, get my jig, place that roughly where I think it's going to be. Now this is the underside, so it could potentially, you can drill holes in your jig if you want to, you can screw this down, but for ease of use and speed, I normally just clamp the jig hard in opposite corners. So if we go through now for this all, there it clamps on. So now, with my router, 30mm guide bush on the underside, and inside that is a straight flute 6mm, double flute 6mm router bit, 30mm guide bush. You set the depth to your work surface, and then using a bow tie as a guide, you can set the depth of your cuts to the same as the bow tie. I always put resin on top of my bow ties when they're on the underside. If it's on the top of the table, you can go to the same depth as the bow tie, and you can actually polish the bow tie in with the table. So I'm going to come up, bow tie is 5mm deep. I'm actually going to come up a couple of mil deeper than that to set my depth, so my bow tie wobbles a bit in the router piece. That's the suction. Jig off. Turn vacuum off. So as this is going in the underside of the worktop, I would don't need to put any holes through here. This is the top of your workpiece. You can drill very small holes all the way through to the underside. So when you're actually setting this in, if you've drilled too deep, if you've routed out too deep, you can put a small pin through and just bash the bow tie back out. Okay, just when you're setting it and setting the depth. Because this is the underside, I don't need to do that. I use a 2-part epoxy, Permabond ET500. It's great because you've got replaceable nozzles on it. So once you've used it, just leave the nozzle on, sets off in the nozzle, and then next time you go to use it, put a new nozzle on. Put a tiny bit in the base. Not too much. Bow tie. Give it a little bit of persuasion. Always good when it's a tight fit. And then always want to check, make sure that the epoxy does actually go over the sides. And then that split will also get some epoxy over it. Depending on room temperature, might take 3 hours to dry, could take 6 hours to dry, and then sand over that, sand it completely flat, and finish up on about 180 grit, and that actually gives it quite a nice sheen to the epoxy as well. Easy, bow tie fitted. And then one last thing that you can do to get rid of any bubbles, quick blast to the flame, and you can come back to that again in about 5 more minutes, give it another blast to get rid of any small bubbles that are in that. The bow ties come in 2 sizes and 2 colours. I tend to use brass ones for the top. You will see some marks on them, but by the time you've polished those out, well, with your sander, get to a fine grit on your sander, you can make them look nice. And then stainless steel, again, stainless can sometimes have a lot of brushed effect on it, but I tend to use those for the underside. 2 different jigs, that's a small jig. There's a bigger jig available as well for the bigger bow ties. And this tabletop has got 1, 2, and then 3, 4 bow ties in it. This is the underside, and those will get sanded down, and it will be ready to flip back over and do all the work to the top in about 3 hours time.